So it was supposed to be music. I thought the button worked. We're live. I thought the... Hold on. Did I break the music? Oh no, did I break the music?
I don't even see the stream.
Oh no. Did I break the music? You don't see me?
I see you. Oh, Lord. Go with it. You just keep making the screen go dark and light and dark and light. It's like someone is waking up. This is like in a movie how they portray someone waking up from being passed out, like the eyes slowly open.
Not gonna lie, this is that moment where I'm gonna go actually see if we're even live.
This is... No. We're live.
We're live on YouTube?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'm more prepared than you. And you say I need another monitor.
It's not showing. Hold on.
Yeah, we're good. Just trust me. Go with it, brother.
I'm not seeing that we're live.
I've got it going. We're fine. Oh, my God.
I have to make sure.
This is... No. We're live.
Oh, we're live. We are. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. I had to make sure. I had to make sure.
You the one with multiple monitors? How many monitors do you have in front of you?
It didn't give me the thing. I tried to make the button. See, look. Nothing. No music. No music. 5. 4.
Really? 4.
No
and
music.
Not one of them you could put the live episode on so you could see if we were live? Because I've got one screen and I've got my windows pulled and into the little snapped corners, and I have us over here and I have the live show over here.
Well,
and I've got a tablet down here for research. I've got my telephone over here. Like, be ready. God. How's it going?
What are you drinking?
I'm Brendon.
I'm Mike. Nothing worked this week.
I haven't got anything. No. That was a really good. We did great with it. Do you want to try the music again? Come back.
It's not working.
It's not working at all.
It's not working. There's nothing.
Terrible. This is horrible content. Horrible content. What are you drinking? You want to start with beer or alcohol? What are you drinking? You go ahead.
I have...
Oh, did I leave my...
You left your glass. See, I'm all discombobulated. I have nothing in the right space. I tried to make music happen in the beginning, and now... See? We changed. Change is bad.
Yeah, change is bad.
Change is horrible.
Well, we'll get some better change at some point. But anyway.
Now I need a beer.
What kind of beer are you drinking? Start talking to the people.
Well, I have a plethora.
You have a plethora.
I have a plethora.
See, I always come ready with I have a beer, I have a shot options, and I have my liquor of the evening.
So, there's always the dad decanter.
I'm not a professional. The dad decanter has Evan Williams in it?
The dad decanter is always nearby. That sits on the desk that I work at. This desk has like 2 shelves, and I've got like my decanter. I've got a couple other bottles here. I've got an assortment of small bottles.
Yes.
That I keep right here in a little box.
Yeah.
So I've got mini airplane bottles, and then I have a plethora.
I have the liquor globe next to me. It doesn't show real well, but maybe I can just snap a quick... There it is. And then there's some... This is what we're working with here. We've got... It's like an old pirate looking... That's my globe. And this is when it's open.
Okay.
And we got a bunch of little bottles there for you to choose from. My mom is the queen of the yard sale. I think that's where that came from. I don't know. But I love my liquor globe.
Yard sales, voodoo dolls...
The voodoo doll's still in here. I forgot to take it back today.
What else is Mrs. Brendon good at?
Mrs. Brendon sounds weird.
Well, Miss... Oh,
don't say... Okay. Yeah, good point. Mrs... Yeah.
Madam Brendon?
Madam?
Madam?
Gardening.
Madam.
Cooking. Best grill master around. I don't know. Oh, you're not that great.
I'll
Shut
compete.
up. No, I'm just kidding. No, we did have some good food this weekend.
So
my place smells amazing right now. I've got some pork I've been shredding down. I got some.
There's open pork sitting in your house.
Well, no, there's a pot going and it's real slow.
Okay, so you're cooking. You're cooking pork. Yeah. That's a better description for people listening, other than like I shredded pork earlier.
I leave pork around my house.
Yeah, there's just shredded pork hanging out throughout your home.
Yes. What's your beer?
So I have part of the Flying Monkey series, as you remember from, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
I started drinking the Flying Monkey, and it was a Gloop. You're right. Yes. It was a breakfast IPA that didn't taste very breakfasty. I have another beer from that series. It was a 4-beer series of IPAs. And I have another beer that's part of that series this week. This is their Meat Mort.
What?
Meat Mort.
Meat Mort?
Meat Mort. Meat Mort.
Meat Mort.
So here's the thing. And this is where I start to think that beers are getting out of control. Breweries are getting out of fucking control. First off, it's called Meat Mort.
Meat Mort.
And I'm, okay, like, I've accepted that part. I've accepted that breweries are going to have silly fucking names. They're going to use goofy fucking colors. And that's fun. I enjoy that. That's fucking fun.
Lots of puns.
But what I'm noticing is also we're just starting to kind of make up genres.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh, God. I can't wait for this.
A high-density hop charge IPA. Hop charge. Hop charge. Like a credit card.
Yeah. No, I understand. What if it's like charge like a cell phone? Like you plug your hop into a USB-C and you charge the hop, and it's more powerful hop when you put it in the... I ate some mushrooms earlier that are affecting me, I think. No, I'm just kidding.
So he's on mushrooms. I
definitely am not. I would not be able to function. Oh my God.
This podcast wouldn't be happening.
These lights and stuff like that, I'd
be over here.
I can only imagine.
I'd be over here. You just see a little bit of shoulder action every once in a great while. Eventually something would happen.
I don't want to see a little bit of shoulder action every once in a while and something happen every now and
then. Some elbow love. So
okay, you got a beer. Taste that beer. Tell people what it tastes like. I'm going to go get my rocks glass I left in the freezer.
Let's check out the back of this can while he's grabbing that rocks glass.
Yes,
people of the internet.
You do.
So this is Flying Monkey's Meat Morp High Density Hop Charge IPA. So the story on the back of this beer, and this is about 90% of the fun with the marketing, is a little story blurbs. We come in intense peace. Meat Morp is the peaceful greeting of the hop hybroids sharing their alpha advanced cryocharged civilization with our water-rich planet. I thought I was full of shit.
Ow!
He's okay.
Sorry.
Are you all right?
Ow! I'm going. Wait, where's it going?
So, You Cannot Cryo, Idaho 7, El Dorado, Citra, Mosaic, and Incognito impart the glow really of luscious fruits, add brief pulsars of sappy herb, and send bright citrus bursts, illuminating our evergreen earth with this succulent golden creation. Meat Mort, friends. Thank you for teaching us about our own humanity.
Jesus, just the part I got here and heard at the end, I'm glad I didn't hear the beginning.
This is some long-winded bullshit. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different hops in this beer. And I don't understand what hop charge means. Did they do something different? Is this going to have, like, caffeine in it or something fucked up?
Oh, I did it again.
Barley, wheat. Okay, just the ingredients list on a Canadian beer, first off, is fantastic. The ingredients list on a Canadian beer is barley and wheat. They just put the 2 ingredients on there. That's the extent of the list. They don't put the hops or anything on there. This is Flying Monkey's Craft Brewery. This is Meat Mort. This is a hop charge IPA.
Okay, this has already gone on way too long. You know what I'm having? Victoria. It's absolutely delicious. I had my Dos Equis, I had my Corona, I've had my Modelo. But if you want to know what my favorite is, it's Victoria. When it comes to cervezas, Mexican import, Victoria wins.
Well, yeah, your beer doesn't have a fucking backstory. Well, it's got a backstory.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
It's got a backstory, but it's not... I'll
look it up.
Hold on. Hop hybroids sharing their alpha advanced cryocharged civilization with our water-rich planet.
This shithead's still reading the can, and I'm enjoying my beer.
This says Yukonot Cryo, Idaho 7, El Dorado, Citric Mosaic, and Incognito hops.
Incognito hops means they didn't put shit in there and they just made it up. I'm like, oh, those are incognito. You can't taste it. Yeah, whatever.
So,
I'm happy. You
like
still haven't even tasted yours.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
Why does that smell burnt?
Smells burnt. So far, we have notes of burnt. Faces of confusion.
What's the ABV on this motherfucker? 6.7.
Does it taste stronger?
It tastes like water.
Oh.
That's why, like, it's yeasty. It's a little yeasty and hoppy. But all beer, except for, like, your Ultra Lights, your Michelob Ultras, your Bud Lights, your Miller Lights, except for those, usually have that kind of beer alcohol bite, right?
What do those beers and Sex in a Canoe have in common? They're fucking close to water.
Holy shit.
Oh, sorry, never mind. Anyway, yeah, Victoria, it's delicious. You don't have to read some bullshit. You want to know what it is? Here's my reading. Brewed and bottled by Cerveza Modelo Nueva Mexico. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. But every time I'm in a restaurant having fajitas, if they have Victoria, I will have a Victoria. I will have some mezcal at some point.
So, what I could say so far about Flying Monkey Craft Brewery, I like how they put Craft Brewery in their logo there. Flying Monkey Craft Brewery.
I'm pretty sure they're drug users. Have you seen their cans? I think they're the ones on mushrooms.
I feel like their cans oversell. Maybe oversell's not the right word, but this is a far milder, more
oversell. I don't see that can and want to drink it. Like maybe it's just me nowadays, but I don't see that can and go, I've got to.
I would usually go away from a beer that comes in a can that looks like this.
Yeah, 100%. That's some.
This is a far better made beer than the can leads you to believe, and all of this marketing. High density hop charge IPA. This is just a good clean IPA. It's not super hazy. It's not incredibly bitter or super high ABV. It's got a nice kind of West Coast vibe to it. Nice. Yeah, that's fantastic. They should market their shit better. Flying Monkey. I think you should tone it down a little bit. And you guys make really good beer. So, you're drinking a Victoria. What else are you drinking?
In the Death Star, on the Death Star tonight, will be poured in my grandfather's glass for a good reason. Ray's Private Bar.
One day, we're going to do, and you always talk about these things we're going to do. You're going to make me get on the water, which is never going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to do, like, a tour of all of your like, grandpa booze stuff. There's, like, this plethora. That's the word of the show, by the way. We're just going to change this eventually just to the plethora show. I feel like you've got so many things that were, like, cut, like glasses or things that come from your grandfather.
They had a better bar in their beautiful A-frame house in the woods than some of the bars that we've worked at. It had the hanging glassware above that you could pull. It had runnings. I mean, it was a stocked bar. And I don't know, I'm a sentimental person. My grandparents were amazing, and I would say I might even have more golf stuff of his. But I did get a lot of things from the bar. I got my favorite thing ever. It is in the other room in there. I should have it here on the show, but it is like a castle tower.
A castle?
Of wood that maybe I'll get it in a second, and we'll talk about it. But what I'm drinking is from his collection. Some Glenfiddich 12-year tonight.
Okay. Some fancy Scotch. I feel like I have to do a shot now. I feel like I have to sip on something. You've got... But, I mean, the only thing well, hold on. I've got a little bit of the Getting Worked bourbon.
Ah, yes.
By Brain Brew. So, I don't have a proper glass. I've just got a shot glass, so we'll do a sippy out of a shot glass.
You want to know something funny?
What's that?
I've never tasted this before. This will be a first for me.
What year is that?
It's a 12-year.
Okay. So, coming from, we both worked in bourbon bars, and you're drinking Scotch right now.
Yeah.
How hard of a whiskey line do you walk? I know some people stick completely to bourbon. Some people dance between. Some people don't touch Irish whiskey. Some people love it.
Holy shit, that's so easy to drink.
Well, that answers part of my question.
Oh my god. Wow. See, that's my problem is when I first tried some scotches, Scotch is one of those things I tell people is a lot like tequilas. Or maybe most things. I mean, vodka I wouldn't put in that category, but the difference in a bad scotch and a good scotch will make you not know what scotch is. Like, same with bad tequila, good tequila, like... Tequila is sippable if you get the right stuff. I mean, there's good tequila that you can sip on. Most people think, oh, that's just that shit you shoot in college. It makes you do stupid shit. But this Glenfiddich 12 is delicious. I mean, I like Macallan as well. That's kind of the way that I'm new to it. I drank them basically from my grandfather's bar. And, yeah. That's delicious. That blows my mind how much I enjoy that right now.
I've got a...
There's no burn. It's so sweet and delicious. What do you got there?
Little sipper of that Brain Brew whiskey. Cheers.
Cheers.
To the Ray's bar glass. To you, Ray.
Yeah. My dad, Ray, and Grandpa.
Oh, your dad and Grandpa have the same name?
Yes.
So you're Brendon.
Yes.
So wait, Ray Brendon.
Yes. Well, Franklin is actually his name. I don't know. Oh, God. Bob, no, we haven't done the soda thing yet. You don't need to remind him, okay?
Oh, it's coming.
I'm just checking the chat room there.
Oh, it's coming.
You know what? No, God.
So, hold on.
What? That's a great story there. Bob did bring this up. You know what? I did have Johnny Walker Blue before. And that's, I mean, talking some good stuff. Bob's wife had... I believe, gotten a bottle in a Christmas raffle. And when we were out there in Colorado for an FCC game, he invited myself and a couple of the other supporters over, and we did a dinner. He's like, yeah, I got this bottle of stuff. And Chris and I are like, yeah, sure, we'll have a drink or whatever. And he pulls it out, and it's fucking Johnny Walker Blue label. And we went, yeah, we'll have some of that. And Bob starts free pouring it. And if you people know what's legal in the state of Colorado, I sat...
Pancakes.
Relaxing with a pancake.
Pancakes.
Looking over the mountain and sipping on Johnny Walker Blue. I had so much pancakes.
And from what I understand, pancakes in Colorado are not like pancakes here.
No, they're strong pancakes.
They make good pancakes out there?
They make good pancakes out there.
Like...
Yeah.
And the fact that pancakes are so prevalent, like we don't live in an area where you can just go down to the corner store and get a pancake.
No, we don't have a pancake shop down
there. No,
we
don't have pancake shops here. And I think that's the thing too, is like you think about partying in other cities, not been to St. Louis and other places in the country, and you go to these places and you see just like, oh, they sell pancakes just right here. You walk in, you sign in, and you just go buy some pancakes. So
look at Bob talking his roast up, an amazing roast dinner. Yeah. Some places you're walking around like, holy shit, I can smell pancakes everywhere.
That was my thing with going to St. Louis. Is I love that
Seattle.
Pancakes are legal, But the thing is, everywhere I went smelled like pancakes. I went to the zoo with my wife, and the whole zoo smelled like pancakes. Yep. We're watching the otters, and the otters are, being up and being all cute, and then all of a sudden it's like, God damn, who's got the goddamn pancakes in their pocket?
The otters were excited for some secondhand pancakes.
I think nothing better than give an otter a little bit of pancakes after they come up. And have you ever seen like an otter in like an otter show? So here's the thing. I feel like certain aquariums.
I've seen an otter in an otter show.
I feel like I guess animals are a lot more spread out than I assume. Because I thought sea otters were at a lot more places you could go watch one. But we go to St. Louis, and apparently it's a big deal that they have a live sea otter show. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, I can't remember the last time I actually saw a sea otter. Because I go to zoos, and I go to aquariums, and I go to things like that. I'm starting thinking, like, when's the last time I saw a sea otter? So we went and we went there because.
What do you mean? Like, when's the last time? Like you're gonna see one down in the Ohio River?
Another aquarium.
That is not an otter.
Another aquarium. My wife and I like to go to aquariums when we go to other cities. We go to the one in Gatlinburg. We go to the one in Newport, Kentucky. We went to one in St. Louis. And I was
you know what my favorite part of the aquarium is?
What's that?
Penguins.
Penguins?
The penguins crack me up. I spend as much time just sitting and watching the penguins as I do walking through the rest of the aquarium, specifically the one nearby, because you can really fly through that one. You don't try to, but like the first time you go, you end up going through and be like, oh, I went through way too fucking fast. Then the next time you kind of take it a little bit easy and you spend some more time at the penguins. Penguins and pancakes, I could sit there forever.
Let's have some pancakes and then go watch some penguins. Man.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, so what are you drinking? Oh, you already got your liquor. You told me.
So I've got my liquor. I've got my beer. So we spent some time together.
We did.
This past weekend. We sat together and we actually watched the WWE Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. Saturday. It doesn't sound as good as Sunday.
Saturday doesn't have the same cadence. It's Saturday. Sunday. It's Saturday. It's the extra syllable. Saturday, Sunday. You can go Sunday, dun 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 dun. It's 6 syllables. It's
dun 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 dun.
Well, Sunday. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Saturday doesn't have the same cadence. Saturday. It doesn't work. So we watched the Royal Rumble on Saturday.
Did you have pancakes today?
No.
Sorry.
No.
So yeah, we sat and watched the Rumble. I think I even have my notes here because I was feverishly taking notes.
You were taking a lot of notes. I understood you were taking notes, but yep. if you didn't know that you were taking notes for a podcast,
if I applied myself this much in school,
you are like it almost had a toddler vibe. Give him his iPad and he's just gonna sit there and he's okay.
Mm-hmm. I was editing photos too, like. I gotta be doing multiple things. I got the DD.
The DD?
HDD. I got the HD ADD.
Can I be a paladin?
Yeah, it's HD ADD. Like
I'll be a paladin.
You'll be a paladin.
You be an elf.
Yep.
We need a barbarian and a wizard.
I could the notes are insane. Like I looked at them today and I haven't looked at them since that night.
Nobody's gonna get that joke, by the way. Nobody's gonna get the D&D AD. Anyway, moving on.
I wrote too many notes. I mean, this is my handwriting all the way down. This is
what in the Goodwill fucking hunting is that? Why do you take notes like a Green Day video? What the fuck is that?
And you know what's fucked up is I don't remember what some of this means. So I think I should just like run down it real fast.
I think hold on. We needed to because your parents watch this and Mr. and Mrs. Brendon.
Jesus Christ.
I apologize for what I'm about to say. That looks like a suicide note.
No.
Hold it up for the camera. Where are you? I am so lonely. The Blink-182 song.
No, wait. I miss you, don't waste
your time on me. You're already yes.
Inside my head.
We're gonna do a maxi cut one day of all the singing clips, and that's gonna be like 3 parts.
All right, you ready for me to fire through my Royal Rumble?
So this is what Brendan's brain did taking notes during the WWE Royal Rumble.
I got distracted at points because there's food and snacks around and stuff like that. Okay. Why are the women always on first for the Royal Rumble match? Jordan Grace, I just wrote as big as possible. Biggest surprise maybe in Royal Rumble history to me.
This was a Royal Rumble that didn't have a lot of surprises. That's usually... You watch Royal Rumble...
I have a note about that later.
For the match...
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why there's not as many surprises.
Well, you watch the Rumble for the match, but you also watch to see who's going to show up in the Royal Rumble. Like surprises.
Yeah, when the number counts down, a surprise person from
the
past.
It's Rob Van Dam! Like something like fucking that. And... Not to skip ahead, but the men's Royal Rumble was a little skimpy on surprises and entrance.
My theory is this: you can't do that many surprises anymore because there's too much fucking talent. They have swooped up so much. I mean, there's just too many. Look at that roster and try to tell me people you have to cut and keep in there. There's no room to be like, all right, we're going to bring back this veteran to do a fun spot and dick this guy over who's a hard worker who's here 300 days a year.
And I can't disagree with that because I think the biggest thing in the men's Rumble, and I guess we'll just talk about the differences between the Rumbles themselves for a moment,
one had boobs in it. One
had boobs. But I think the men's Rumble really sunk into Cody and Punk. That was the central. There was a lot of players involved around that. There was Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre and Jimmy Uso.
Let me pan down on my notes. Pan down on my notes. What was the last thing I said? Predictable final two. It was the most predictable final two. Just what's the point of the other 28 guys? It was
But I was
predictable
okay
as
with
hell.
it. I was okay with that. I was okay with the fact that you gave me the thing that you advertised. You built up Cody and Punk facing off in the Royal Rumble, and they faced off in the Royal Rumble with who was in there with them at the end.
Every now and then it was Gunther and Drew McIntyre, but every now and then I want WWE to call in M. Night Shyamalan and give me some twists.
Okay, so hold on. And this is an unplanned part of the show.
Yeah.
You're booking an M. Night Shyamalan twist in that match.
Yes.
Let's talk about the men's Rumble. The men's Rumble came down to Cody, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk.
Yep.
What's your M. Night Shyamalan twist?
Dude, you really put me on the spot.
You want one?
The Devil's Mask from AEW shows up on the screen at the top of the ramp. MJF.
And it's MJF?
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know.
I would have loved to see MJF show up in WWE, see MJF show up at the Royal Rumble.
No, he's permanent with AEW. Well, permanent for now. He's got another long-term deal. He'll eventually go to WWE. Do you want me to run through my notes fast or not?
Let's go back through
this fast. Okay, Jordan Grace, biggest surprise ever, maybe. Moment with Naomi was very cool to see them from TNA to suddenly be in WWE ring, hugging each other.
Naomi got a big pop. Naomi got a huge
pop. Huge
reaction.
Great pop for someone who I don't think is talented that much. I mean, she's all right, but she's not believed.
You said it, not me. I'm on the other way.
You're over here. Yep.
I'm over there.
Gotcha. Yeah. Anyway, then I have haunted garage moment. Do you remember that?
Everyone thought that a ghost was in my garage.
Why was there a ghost in your garage?
There's not a ghost in my garage. It's a digital camera, and that was the digital thing moving through it. There's no such thing as
digital
ghosts.
Thing moved through the camera.
They saw my wife go out to the garage, or somebody went in the garage.
Your wife was on the couch, and she suddenly had movement on the camera in the garage. Bum. What was the movement?
Nothing.
It was a shadow, bro.
It was a gray spot in the camera.
No, there was a shadow. All right, next note I have is Mike hates Zoe Stark, but clapped for Nia Jax.
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Nia Jax is amazing.
Zoe Stark is awesome.
Nia Jax is amazing, talks a lot of shit, and I love when she gets on Twitter, because she's a badass on Twitter.
No, I don't give a shit about her Twitter. She can get hired by Twitter to wrestle. No, in a wrestling ring for the Royal Rumble or in a match, Zoe Stark is far more talented.
She's not like most girls.
I don't give a... No!
Zoe Stark...
Next note.
Zoe Stark looks like you created a character in a video game
She doesn't look like the typical, prototypical. She's a badass. She's awesome.
And that's it. I feel like you created a character in a video game.
But that's it. Indie badass. She is a badass. She wrestles great. She's talented. She doesn't hurt people.
I thought she was like one of those. No, like, we hired a snowboarder or something.
Look into Zoe Stark's past, you fool.
Not doing.
All right, next notes. Jade was impressive as fuck.
Hold on. We gotta stop. We gotta stop.
Dropped the ball. But wait. But WWE, yeah.
I disagree with you saying they dropped the ball.
I think they dropped the ball.
She couldn't have won.
Let her debut and fucking win.
You can't do that.
100% you can.
You cannot have somebody show up, debut.
Yes, why not?
Win the whole motherfucking thing when they've already been teasing her. Like, I felt like this would have been the moment to start.
That's less predictable than it's gonna be CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
But I feel like this is the moment where you could have started a rivalry without her winning. Whoever eliminated her should be the person that she
she's got a rivalry now. I mean, she's got a rivalry with Nia because she threw her over. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, okay, that's good for me.
Next notes. AJ Styles is the phenomenal crash test dummy. He's just used to be thrown around.
What do you think of modern AJ Styles?
It's hard for me.
I'm going to say post-2020 AJ Styles.
He sells as good as anybody in the world. He and Dolph Ziggler are at the top of my list for some of the people who sell the best on the planet. But I don't think he can go as well as Dolph Ziggler anymore.
So why did they keep him and not Dolph Ziggler?
Nick, if you listen to the recent podcast he was on, he asked for his release, and they gave it to him 2 weeks later.
That makes sense. That makes sense. He is a super talented person who makes every TV thing he's involved with better. So I can buy that.
All right, we're going to run through the rest of this. Okay, Law Night is so over.
So we ended up renaming LA Knight during the Royal Rumble. We watched the Royal Rumble with our friends Derek and Shelby.
Yeah, Derek. Here's the thing about Derek, and I made this note too. I love watching wrestling with someone who is so new to wrestling. It's like watching a series that you love, like when I introduce people to The Lost or Sons of Anarchy, and Derek's excitement over things, like we saw the false finishes coming, but to see the excitement he got out of some false finishes.
Wrestling's broken our hearts more times than we can count.
Oh,
We are jaded old lovers of pro wrestling. And so it's so good. It's so refreshing to see somebody who's like so into it because because you got to think, you and I watched, you were a Power and Glory fan. I was a Piper fan and a Hogan fan and Macho.
I was an everything fan. I was a Jake the Snake fan.
But we watched old school
until that convention.
Slower 80s wrestling. All the way up to the modern era. And we're not telling that story. But
no, we will eventually.
We'll eventually tell that story again. But
okay, I have a note here for a question for you.
We've watched wrestling from like slower old school evolve into the modern style. I can't imagine what it's like when your first exposure to wrestling is modern wrestling that literally is just machine gun fireworks most of the time. It's like ba 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 ba. I'm used to like it's the in between slower paced.
It's the TikTok thing. People's attention span. You've got to have rapid fire, and it's Cirque du holy fuck. What is going on? It's Cirque du Soleil meets God. And then every now and then you have these bloodlettings. Okay, real quick. Next note. Real quick. In 2 sentences, because we're gonna fly through this wrestling shit and get to our other shit. Or not in 2 sentences. Just very quickly tell me, who would you want to end Roman Reigns' reign? Is it Punk, Rock, or Cody?
So, I don't have.
I said quick.
I can't answer that quick because.
Quick.
Rock.
I think it'd be entertaining as fuck. Rock needs to fight him, reclaim the tribal thing.
No matter what you do, though, I think Solo Sikoa is the key piece. Cody, Rock, it's not going to be Punk. We know that now. It's not going to be CM Punk. He is going to miss WrestleMania this year. So it's going to be Cody or Rock. Now, here's my thing. Regardless of who does it, I think when Roman loses the belt, you have to end the bloodline. You have to. So I think...
That was a good cop-out answer. Bravo, buddy.
Well, right. I think Solo is pivotal in whoever beats Roman beating Roman. I think he finally doesn't follow Roman's orders to assist in the belt changing hands.
Perfect. Here we go. Logan Paul versus KO. Logan Paul is annoyingly good at wrestling. I don't want to like that son of a bitch, but goddamn, he gets the business. You can tell he's a lifelong fan.
That goes back to what you were saying a moment ago. It goes back to what you're saying. I want to talk about this for a moment. That goes back to what you were saying a moment ago.
We're going to talk about other stuff besides wrestling. We have a plan, I promise.
But think about, we talked about watching other people watch wrestling. And you and I look at the Logan Pauls and the Pat McAfees and the Bad Bunnies in a certain way. But
I don't know, but it's a problem.
How well did Pat and fucking Logan land?
Pat McAfee was unbelievable, and he's one of the best commentators they have now that they've signed a new deal.
Think about our friends that didn't watch wrestling that much, and this was one of the first times they get into it. As much as wrestling fans like you and I and some of these old school wrestling fans out there might be like, fuck all this new bullshit, like... We watched why that marketing shit works. Why that's why you get Pat McAfee. Because our friends were like, "Fucking Pat McAfee!" I was like, "That's why you pay that dude a bunch of money."
And you wouldn't believe how talented he really fucking is. Watching what he'll do, he's willing to put his body on the line off the top of cages and shit like that. It's crazy. The KO finish, I just want to touch on real quick. It was that KO stole the brass knuckles, hit Logan Paul, pinned. But what I wanted to point out was the camera angles, the production value. Back to our friend who just, they all of a sudden, you see the referee, see that, like, it's so perfectly well done. And that's where I wrote, watching with a newbie, this is my favorite thing.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, real quick, Men's Rumble, too many talents for surprises. Derek's quotes, I love the blue Samoan, Jay Hughes.
Jay Hughes.
Jay Uso. Jay Uso.
Hughes.
He called him the Blue Samoan Jay Hughes.
Because my brain immediately goes, hold on, Mr. Hughes?
Mr. Hughes with the glasses.
Where's Mr. Hughes is in the Rumble? Fuck yeah!
Shelby started a Go Phil Go chant for Phil Brooks.
Yes.
Derek popped for the Jay elimination while screaming, it's Gunter time. There's a predictable final 2. Your wife buys into the dirt sheets too much, and Cody is a 2-time Royal Rumble champion. Although I will say this, I am very disappointed to say this. I am starting to get more of a feeling due to recent news that you might be right, that Okada is going to come to WWE, and they're going to ruin him because they are terrible with superstars from New Japan. Look at Shinsuke. He's never held. They will ruin him. They'll put him in a stupid storyline. AEW's no story. Give him matches. Oh God, he can still wrestle other places. I'm afraid he's going to ruin his career.
All right, we're gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna frame this concept for you.
Mercedes Moné to AEW, and unfortunately, I'm starting to lean to Okada to WWE because Pro Wrestling Tees was told to stop selling all of his merchandise.
Netflix
now
maybe getting kicked off of TNT. Let's be real. Ratings can only go so low before a network decides you're not worth the fucking time. Okay. Let's be realistic about that.
Netflix would get kicked off TNT?
No.
Netflix?
What's Okada going to decide?
Is that what you said?
No, what's Okada going to decide? Is Okada going to go to Netflix for Raw? Or is he going to risk going to AEW and possibly get kicked off and have to go to the same fucking like streaming service as Impact?
Or, real quick, my fight for Okada in AEW is he's able to wrestle in other places like New Japan.
Everybody's allowed to do that. Indies. That's not new.
Not in WWE. Once he's in WWE, he's locked in WWE.
No, but everybody in AEW can go to New Japan. Who gives a shit?
For those of you that don't know, Kazuchika Okada is
the greatest.
Modern day Hulk
one of the greatest.
But Japanese, he might be the greatest wrestler on
I have an Okada dollar framed on the wall. If you don't know what an Okada dollar is,
never left
I'm
Japan.
not taking it off the wall. But this man is the Rainmaker. He comes out to the ring and he puts his hands out and money rain falls to the sky.
He looks like a creative character. He doesn't even look like a real person.
I went to All In Chicago in 2018 and my only goal was to get a fucking Okada dollar when Okada came out. I got
Rainmaker.
and it's framed on my fucking wall. Okada is not going to fucking waste his goddamn time playing with the kids on TNT.
Kids. Don't save that with fucking Daniel Bryan over there and some of the best wrestlers on the planet. If you're the best wrestlers in WWE might be Randy Orton.
The best might be. The best wrestler.
We're gonna talk about other shit.
The best wrestler in the world doesn't matter when he gets hurt every single month. I love Daniel Bryan just as much as fucking anybody. But
CM Punk gets hurt every month. Fuck off.
Yes, and I said this to you over text.
You want to do shots?
Hold on. I said this to you. I said this to you over text. The CM Punk shine is starting to wear off for me. I will 100% admit that. But how can you? You're gonna go to AEW. You're going to get fucking either hurt or fucked up. Daniel Bryan can't even fucking have 6 months without fucking taking 2 months off. He's drinking Shvekovaka or whatever the fuck that was called.
It's that plum brandy.
Schlickovitz. Hold on, because now you got to actually chase that with something.
Oh, fuck off.
It's revenge time, people of the internet.
No, does it have to be right now?
It has to be. People on the internet,
tell them what you did.
If you've been watching this stream for a while, one thing you might have noticed is right before the holidays, Brendon dropped 6 random sodas off at my house. These were 6 sodas that he had purchased, and we told you, the audience, what the sodas were. I drank them for 6 weeks. I drank ranch soda, bacon soda, peanut butter and jelly. What were some of them?
Peanut butter and jelly, ranch, chicken wing, sweet corn, pumpkin pie. Now, don't be. I mean, I think you went meaner. I'll tell you, there is one flavor. I'm telling you right now, if there is one thing in here, there's one thing that I could open up and see that I might quit the podcast. I might say I'm not doing it. This ends it. Find a new co-host. If there is anything, fucking olive. I'm just telling you that right now.
Really?
Olives or cucumber. I hate olives so much.
Hold on. Pause.
They are the testicles of Satan.
Cucumbers?
Yeah, cucumbers are pointless.
Like pickles or cucumbers?
I love a dill pickle.
So what's a cucumber?
My grandfather, Ray, who we talked about earlier, he liked bread and butter. I didn't like those. Sweet pickles, no point.
Bread and butter is an old person pickle. No. I don't mean this to insult Ray, but like that makes sense. No. Because bread and butter is an old person pickle.
We had this discussion the other day at work because there's some older people on my team who hopefully will never watch this, but one of them specifically.
I hope nobody from my job ever fucking watches this.
Yeah. One of them specifically showed up with Braunschweiger. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's like a potted meat that you can spread on crackers.
Yeah. You would get it like my grandmother would cut it like in a disc, and you'd have like the paper on the outside, you know. And actually, I think if I remember, I liked it. I don't know. I could have just been still converting from baby food into that. But I think I liked it. But I remember that I've never seen anybody under the age of 70 with it. Yeah. Although I don't think the lady on my team is 70. But anyways,
my aunt and uncle would do Braunschweiger, and they would slice the little disc off because it comes in like a tube, like summer sausage. Slice a disc off.
Yeah.
But then like take a butter knife and press it with the butter knife, and like spread it on a cracker, like almost like a ham salad.
Here's the problem. At that point, it's not meat anymore to me. It's a fucking. It's a paste. Like but no.
You gotta think where that came from.
Somewhat solid. Like let it at least be solid.
That was how like that's from like old food preservation methods. Like I get what you're saying. I 100% get what you're saying.
Like it's like making pemmican. You know what pemmican is? Like the old like chewy meat.
Oh yeah.
I was into like this survivalist channel for a little bit because I really thought someday I was gonna need to go off the grid and live in the woods and learn to make pemmican. And you've seen like if the two of us in the apocalypse, I have a feeling, no offense, I'm not going to live that long, but I'm going to live longer than you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you won't even go in the fucking woods with me. I want to do a podcast around the fire of us camping. I wouldn't eat you.
You would eat. I would. If I'm going to die, eat me.
No, I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking about? If I'm gonna die, if it gets to the point where I'm dying, I don't know if I
like the way you've taken care of your body. I don't know if I like the way. I don't know if
I'm gonna be delicious.
No,
are you fucking kidding me? I'm clean, fat and juicy. No. Dude, I'm gonna be so flavorful. I'm the filet mignon of podcasters.
I don't think you're the filet mignon.
Are you fucking kidding me?
If Jeffrey Dahmer was walking down the street. No, I don't know if you're like the cannibal's fetish.
I mean, I'm not a Wagyu. I'm not saying I'm like Wagyu meat or nothing like that, but like your boy is at least like.
You don't think you're ground chuck?
I'm better than ground chuck. Are you kidding me? I ain't no stew meat. Like you're searing. You're at least cutting a steak off my fat ass, searing it on both sides. You're eating me at least medium.
You think I'd go for your ass first?
You want the meat?
No, I feel like there's like a hock on the side that would be like.
Oh yeah, there's stuff over here. 100%.
Yeah. No, I'd probably go ribs on you.
You just hit that liver. You're fucking done.
Oh yeah. No,
that's useless.
I'm surprised you're not done.
Yeah.
Anyway. I have these foil-wrapped bottles that I was given.
Brendon's going to have to do a soda. And now these are sodas that I went and picked out.
Do you know what order they're in right now if I were to do this and shit?
I don't.
Sweet. Then you're going to pick it because I don't know how else we pick it.
If you watched Brendon set his up, we revealed all 6 ahead of time. And so we knew what all 6
so I don't know what's coming.
Thank my wife for that. That was her wonderful idea, and I agree. It was a genius idea.
She was helping me, and I know she doesn't watch this, so I'm going to go ahead and say this. Fuck you, Kelly. All right, here we go. So I'll let you choose.
All right, so
this side or this side?
If the one closest to your face on the top is number 1, go for number 6.
Which way are we going? 1, 2?
1, 2.
Or
yep.
1, 2?
Nope, first one. 1, 2.
1, 2.
3, 4,
5,
6 would have been the same either way. Because you would have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, yeah, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go with that 6.
Yeah.
Go with the 6 you just touched.
One?
The 6 you just touched.
Okay, hang on real quick. Just for future reference so we can figure out what I missed in week 1. I'm going to make a little knot in that one so we know which one it is. Little bastard right there, yeah.
He's hoping to uncover a little bit of the bottle cap.
All right.
So there's also
I don't see anything from it.
Full disclosure, there's still a part of me. So I love you, buddy. But here's the thing. There's part of me that wonders if you unwrapped those and rewrapped them.
100%. I'm telling you right now. I swear on everything I love in this world. You could pick. You know what I love in this world. You could pick those things. I love Sammy over there, my family, my nephews, I
already believe you because you never talk like that, so I already believe you.
I swear to you, I thought I would play your little fucking game.
So hold on,
because I'm not happy. Like I'm 100% at the point. I'm
ass beer to enjoy while I watch my revenge. Because, ladies and gentlemen,
be honest with me. You told me 4 of these are revenge, and 2. What do you mean you're living longer than both of us, Bob? You go fuck yourself. You're gonna be the first guy to ever overdose on pancakes. Anyway, so you told me there were 2 that were good. Did you lie to me? I want to know the truth.
Drinking
a Florida Man beer?
Drinking Cigar City Brewing's Florida Man Double India Pale Ale. If you got a chance to get some Cigar City beer, do that.
Where's Cigar City out of?
It's out of Tampa, Florida.
Ooh, I know people down there.
Originally, their Highlight
Mike Parker's watching.
IPA was the thing that I really fell in love with first because it was like that. It was in the same realm as like an Alpha King, a Zombie Dust, one of those IPAs.
Oh, I love Alpha King.
That was like
my God.
hard to find. Like it came around, you had to hunt it down. But it became way more available.
I had an Alpha King phase that was serious. Like I love. My God, you know what? I might try to find Alpha King for next week.
We need to go, and I'm not usually the we need to go somewhere guy, but
yeah, no shit.
3 Floyds Brewing. which is also where they serve War Pig beer, which is an amazing brewery as well. Would be a hell of a trip.
We have a, for those that know, quote unquote supporters group in Cincinnati known as the Queen City War Pigs. You can follow on X, formerly Twitter, but
I still call it Twitter.
I have a lot of War Pig stuff. Anyway, do we want to get into this bullshit?
So there's there's 6 sodas total. If I had to say how many of them were fuck you bottles, 100% 2 out of the 6. 100%. 2 out of the 6, fuck you. 1, I legit don't know. It is a dice roll bottle that you're either gonna be like, I fucking hate this, or I don't mind this. And I don't want to give it away by saying it's a divisive flavor, but it's a flavor that people have opinions on.
God damn it.
So
is it? Can I guess one real quick? And you can say yes or no. Just on one thing.
I'm not going to say yes or no. You could say what your guess is, but I'm not going to acknowledge your guess.
I just have this instant thought on my mind of something that people are decisive on flavor about. And it's the first thing that came to my mind. Cilantro.
It's an interesting guess.
Because some people say it tastes like soap. It's actually a hereditary thing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. If you look into that, it's very interesting. So, real quick, I guess we might as well figure out what shot I'm going to be chasing whatever's under this with. And I've got 4 selections for you tonight.
This is where I'm actually going to watch the chat intently at this point, because for once,
I'm going to watch 3.
Get fucking revenge, people of the goddamn internet. The black bottle top.
The black bottle top.
And I'm going to do one with you.
You know what's funny? That's the one I was hoping you would get. Let's see.
So, you have
number 12 Irish apple.
You have 2 choices.
I have Conor McGregor's whiskey. You know what? You went black top. I go black top. Go black top.
What do you got?
I have Conor McGregor's proper number 12 Irish apple.
What do you think about Conor McGregor being in the remake of Roadhouse?
That's interesting. I'm happier about him than Jake Gyllenhaal, I think. I don't know.
What a weird...
Why do I not like Jake Gyllenhaal?
I don't dislike Jake Gyllenhaal. He never
did anything to me, but for
I
don't
dislike him. But I feel like, okay, out of all these, young dudes... Okay.
I'm going to start unwrapping this.
Hold on. Out of all these young dudes with abs, I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal was at the bottom of my list. I feel like Zac Efron... who's the guy that played the Ken doll? Ryan Gosling.
Gosling.
Anybody. But anyway, people on the internet, let's see what he gets. This is the first bottle in the soda. Ooh, I think I know. I think I know what that is.
I'm already not excited about this.
I think I know what that is.
It's funny.
I think I know. I think I know what that is. I think I know. Peanut butter soda, baby, peanut butter. See, that's actually one of the ones that I was like, that's not going to be terrible. You got off easy on the first one.
There's people that eat peanut butter off a spoon, and it's all right, but I need jelly with it, and I'm kind of disappointed about this, because what's funny is one of these shots that you turned down was a peanut butter whiskey that I was trying to avoid. So right here is the Rams Point peanut butter whiskey that I was trying to avoid. I did avoid it because I didn't want to try peanut butter whiskey. And you've given me a fucking peanut butter soda that, holy crap, it's cloudy. Why is it cloudy?
It's chunky.
No.
It's crunchy.
I can see it from this light that I have shining my way, but you look at that. That's not good. Why is it cloudy?
Do you want to talk about the texture of the ranch soda?
Hang on, let's... No smell.
No smell?
It's either no smell or I have COVID. No. Diaper?
We're two nostril.
Clean diaper?
We're two nostril people here.
Clean diaper or wet
nap?
Hold
on. Clean diaper.
Clean diaper or wet nap. I don't know why that's what came to my mind, but it's clean diaper or wet nap.
Are you just getting hand sanitizer?
No. Because I would have said hand sanitizer. So I would rather fucking drink hand sanitizer because that's at least alcoholic good. This is old-fashioned. Okay, at least it's pure cane sugar. Got the cane in it. Carbonated artisan spring water. Well, thank God it's artisan.
Right.
Okay, so I'm doing the shot. Look, you know what's going to suck? I'm going to be so excited. You know what? Although I did like apples with peanut butter on them, so maybe I'll get lucky, and the combination of Irish apple whiskey with peanut butter soda will be good.
There you go. And I'm going to shoot this Wild Turkey American Honey.
Nice.
I think I got this out of a White Elephant. You ever done the Saran wrap ball? Where somebody puts gifts in a Saran wrap ball and like you.
No.
So you get a bunch of people together. It's fucking fantastic.
So annoying.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Like our friend Kayla makes one for like Christmas, and like you do like you start off with something.
She the one that was in the fantasy football league.
Yes. Okay. She beat everybody's ass. So
no.
You came in second.
She beat me once, but I had
I came in dead last. Everybody beat my ass. So you start off. You put like. You make a foil ball, but it's layers of Saran wrap, and then you hide
a foil ball
items.
with Saran wrap?
It's all Saran wrap. Saran wrap ball. So as people are unraveling the ball, items are falling out. Shot glasses, gift cards, like little toys and trinkets. I have a Stimpy figure. This came out of the Saran wrap ball.
Ooh,
1 year.
Stimpy.
Like
your nipples.
Your Ren's pretty good.
That's all I remember from Brendon's. Ooh, Stimpy, your nipples.
So
okay, here we go.
Here making
Let's
tons
do
of
this.
noise on my desk, knocking things over. I'm gonna shoot this
100%.
shot with you.
This is like a clean wet nap.
Drink a shot first, and then you gotta chase it.
This is apple. This is gonna fucking be delicious. Look, I'm gonna get to have something good, and you're gonna ruin it with this fucking thing.
Cheers.
Why did this happen to me? Oh, that's not as good as I wanted it to be. Oh.
Ooh, American honey. Why does it taste like orange?
Quit making apple whiskey, you fuckers.
Chase it with a peanut butter soda.
Quit making apple whiskey, because, like,
chase it with a peanut
it's like Crown Royal apple. I call it crapple for a reason. Shut up. I hear the whispers in my head, and I'm thinking about streaming a game later tonight that's about whispers in my head. Hellblade. I think you told me about it as well.
What a wonderful game.
Wonderful. I'm curious of the
sequel's going to come out soon.
I'm so excited because it looks beautiful. I mean, the graphics look stunning. So anybody who's interested in Hellblade, I might stream that here depending on how I feel after this because I feel like I'm going to get sick. Here we go.
What do you think?
It doesn't taste like peanut butter.
You
know what? You're going to be disappointed.
Is it just
Sorry, everybody. This isn't bad. This, to me, if you would have given me this blindfolded, I would have told you it's a really good cream soda. Like IBC cream soda. That's what it reminds me of.
Huh.
That's the taste I get 100%.
So you don't get peanut butter?
No, I haven't gotten a bit of peanut butter. I will finish this entire bottle.
You're about halfway. You're about halfway through.
I'm already about halfway through. No, I'm in here already. I'm good with this. Let's chase some more shit with it because it's like a really good cream soda. Sweet. So far, that's the winner.
So far, number one, peanut butter soda. So you were talking about games that you were playing. We were talking about video games here in a moment ago. What else have you been playing?
What I've been playing and watching this week. Let's talk about watching first, because this one surprised me, and I was worried it was going to be cheesy. I mean, it's a certain type of humor, but on Peacock, the Ted series is hilarious. It is unbelievably funny. The cast of people they got is brilliant. The mother and father. The father was on the Orville. The mother had a bit part in It's Always Sunny at one point. But, like, I was like, I'm not going to like this. And I didn't want to watch it. And then I heard somebody talk about it. And they said it was really good. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I popped it on. And I was I mean, it was literally laughing out loud, like to the point that I thought I was going to wake my neighbors up. It's shot like a movie. I highly recommend it. If you liked the Ted movies and that type of humor, it is Seth MacFarlane 100%, but it is hilarious. I mean, it is my favorite new thing I'm watching. There's 2 episodes left, and I don't want to finish them because I don't want it to be over.
So, people tell me that Ted's right up my alley. They tell me that.
Did you ever watch the movies?
No.
Are you shitting me?
Hold on. You gotta hear me out. You gotta hear me out.
You're like the fucking mom on Charlie. No. Go ahead.
I respect Seth MacFarlane. I like his work. But I acknowledge that it's not for me. I don't mean that it's bad. It is not bad.
I know you.
He is fucking hilarious.
Is for you.
Dude, I feel like eventually I got to the point where Family Guy felt like the same joke.
It's not that though.
Over and over and over. And then American Dad felt like just Family Guy.
I never watched American Dad. Didn't give a shit.
Cleveland Show felt like the same thing over and over and over again. I'm not knocking that at all. It's a great. It's probably fantastic. But it's, you know, one what of those all 3 of those have in common? Super hard for me to get into.
No, it's not.
The same producer. All 3 of
those have in common? They're animated.
The producer.
They're animated. This isn't, and it's fucking hilarious. And you need to give the movies a chance. Anyway. And besides that, Alan Wake, one of my favorite mystery horror games ever.
It's been getting a lot of love lately.
They apparently Alan Wake 2 might be game of the year and one of the best horror games since the Silent Hill series. I haven't played it yet because I want to replay through Alan Wake 1 first. That's just how I am with things like that. I want to do that, which I'm doing. But they've also added Alan Wake to the game Dead by Daylight, which you know I love. So Alan Wake is now a survivor in Dead by Daylight. So I've been streaming I've been playing Dead by Daylight, and I've been watching that Ted 2 this week. And then besides that, one of my favorite cooking shows came back, which is Next Level Chef from Gordon Ramsay, and that's a great show. I would highly recommend if you haven't seen it.
Have you ever seen Tough Enough?
Oh yeah, the old WWE reality show.
There was a guy, Mata, who's like a Samoan guy with a mohawk.
I didn't really watch Tough Enough. I know what it is.
But he's on this season of that show.
Is he really?
Top Level Chef? Next Level Chef?
Next Level Chef? Yeah. No, there is a Samoan guy. They haven't gotten to him yet because I saw a clip of him doing the haka.
Yes.
It looked like one of the New Zealand All Blacks.
That's Mata. Yeah. He was in... he was like in a season of Tough Enough. He competed. He got really far in it. I think he like knows The Rock or The Rock's people because I've seen like photos of The Rock and all of his like crew hanging out, and he's like kind of always somewhere in the background a couple of times. So I feel like he's got some kind of connection to like Hollywood.
Nice.
But no, I saw you mentioned that show, and I realized I saw that guy on there. But Next Level Chef. So what's the gimmick on that cooking show?
Well, it's different this season, but here's the quick overview from the previous 2 seasons, which you can watch on streaming that I love about it. First of all, the environment itself is this little tower, and there's 3 kitchens. A top-level kitchen, which is the finest of kitchen gear in the world. The middle-level kitchen, which is your standard nice restaurant kitchen like you would find in most nice restaurants. The bottom level, like one of the strainers had a hole in it, so you'd only be able to strain the side of it, and the burners weren't like it was really high or really low. So they purposely give you
fucked up equipment.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do? And then, so from okay, let's forget how the first week they decide who's top, middle, bottom. There's different ways that they recruit, but throughout the show, what eventually happens is from the previous week, the best people get to be in the top level kitchen. The next people get to be in the middle level. The other people get to be in the lower. And what happens is for the episode, they're like, all right, you're going to make us a seafood feast. So then a platform drops that gets to the third level, and everybody runs, and they get 30 seconds to pick their protein and whatever else they can grab in their arms, and then the platform drops to the next level. And then those people grab their protein of what's left. So some people are getting filet mignon and shit on the top level, and other people on the bottom are getting canned tuna.
So it's a class system in a cooking show.
It's to show what you can do with what you get. And it's basically like from each level, somebody is put up, and then and the winning prize is a 1-year mentorship from Gordon Ramsay and the other two who I can't think of. Naisha.
Congratulations, you survived communism. Let's let you cook with Gordon Ramsay because you survived the divide and conquer system. Like, hold on. So you walk in the room.
Sometimes food falls off the platform down to the lower levels, and they can pick from it and use it.
It's
only happened a couple times. It sounds terrible.
So fucking dystopian. That is like the people in the bottom level caught a steak.
So now they can cook for you to cook with.
Here comes the bok choy. Reach for it. Like, what the fuck? Carousel kind of fucking
I'm literally reaching for this peanut butter soda. It's delicious.
That's what happened with the corn soda, or the sweet corn soda that I had to drink. I kept reaching for it. I kept going for it. Don't worry.
It's really good. Like, I would
Some won't be that way. Don't worry.
Stay tuned. So what you're watching this week? What are you gaming on this week? Is there anything before we get to our bets and our whatnots?
My wife and I have started, and I feel bad because I can't. I think it's called Little Big Brawlers.
I've heard of Little Big Lies. Is it the micro wrestling?
It's the micro wrestling show.
Is it the Micro Wrestling Federation out of like Tennessee or something like that? Name a couple of them.
Micro Championship Wrestling out of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's like Psycho, Pinky
Shortcake, and
Little Show.
Little Miss.
There's Little Show.
There's
Jamaican Joe.
Jamaican Joe. Yep.
Micro Jackson.
Yep.
But essentially, it is micro wrestling.
I found them through TikTok recommending me, and they have an amazing TikTok page of them, and they're amusing as fuck. Like, the reality
show talks about how big their TikTok following is, and
it blew up. Like, I had no idea who they were.
Notice.
Because I watched wrestling, it recommended their page, and then I just started following them. They're entertaining as hell. And it's the best of the micro wrestling that I've seen.
Micro Championship Wrestling is as legitimate.
Andrew the Giant is one of them.
It honestly, watching it's as legitimate as any wrestling on the planet.
Some of the shit they do is really, really good.
They did this spot where a dude got hurt and hit his head on the concrete floor, and it was like it had me watching a reality show based on the pro wrestling show Victoria and Peanut Butter Soda.
I don't know what this. Oh my god, that was really.
You know what you should mix with peanut butter soda is Red Stripe, because Red Stripe tastes like peanuts.
Dude, this is the stupidest thing that maybe nobody in this world has ever experienced. Because I don't know another point when anybody has back-to-backed a Victoria with a peanut butter soda. Because, I mean, what are the odds that someone else has? But holy fuck, is that an amazing combination. Like, it's the weirdest thing I've ever... Like, I'm out. Like...
The chat's got me on this. Little Big Brawlers. Little Big Brawlers is the name of the show.
Tell me about it.
But honestly, like I said, it's as legitimate as any wrestling you'll watch. They have dudes that legit give a shit. And here's the thing. And I'll say this.
None of them are above 4 feet tall.
I think Andrew the Giant might be.
Okay, well, yeah, he's a giant.
Well, because he's the giant of the micros.
Yeah, he's like 4'1".
And I noticed, because I come from watching wrestling where...
The girls are in Jell-O.
I was going to say midget was still a good word. A word you could use. Like,
oh yeah, back in the day, midget
was
wrestling,
called
you were still able to sell.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Like that's what you called it. You said, "Oh, we're gonna have a midget match." There's midget wrestling.
In the territory days, there also were, what did they call them? The micros, didn't they call them the micros
minis,
as well? And the minis in the territory days.
Minis in the territory.
Very big in lucha libre.
They either called them midgets or the minis.
Yeah.
But I noticed like this show owns the word micro.
You remember when Doink had Dink?
There was Doink and there was Dink. There was Mini Bret Hart. There was
what a great name. No. I remember Mini Bret and Mini Bret. But if there's ever been the best mini name, it's that Doink's little person was Dink. That was Dink Dink.
Doink and Dink.
Dink Dink Dink.
That's the name of this week's episode.
Dink.
Doink and Dink.
Doink and Dink. Doink and Dink. Just for no reason. Wait, why did? Okay, here's a quick question for you. I watch the podcast usually, or I listen to them. I watch them to see how much of a jackass I look like.
Thank God.
You know, at least someone is. Why did we call last week Seagull Jane? I still have no idea.
Because I thought the name was Seagull Jane, because you said Calamity Jane's name was the name of a bird.
Oh, I didn't get that far yet. Okay.
But he watches the show, ladies and gentlemen.
I watched some of it, you fucker. How'd your bets go last week?
Fucking... Don't get me fucking started.
Dude, don't get me started. You know,
right,
you remember that crazy... You remember that
you were Mr. Eight-leg bet. You fucking thought the world was your fucking oyster.
You know how many of them hit? Match spread hit. McCaffrey hit. Montgomery hit. Purdy's interception hit. Amon-Ra St. Brown hit. McCaffrey's rushing yards hit. The rushing touchdowns hit. 7 of my 8 legs hit. The only one was the one that you questioned me on, and that was Aiden Hutchinson getting that sack.
Why did you think somebody was going to get a sack?
Because Aiden Hutchinson's a little beast.
It's a championship game.
I felt like it was part of the story, and also I didn't realize how little that Brock Purdy has been sacked this year. But what was crazy was there was a moment where he did get sacked, and Hutchinson was touching him. He wasn't the main guy. I knew it immediately, but I was like, oh, please give him that sack. Like, oh, God, it sucked. Like, I mean, you know what else sucks is that I've had my phone's flashlight on since I showed you how cloudy the beer was. I've
fallen asleep with my flashlight on my phone and woken up with that, like, your phone's down and you still see that kind of glow coming out of the bottom.
A little warm. You're lucky you didn't start a fire.
So... I'm about just as mad at my parlay as you're mad at last week's parlay as well. My parlay
we both missed by 1 leg, didn't we?
Mine was Isaiah Pacheco for 2 touchdowns.
How many did he get?
Travis Kelce for a touchdown. And Lamar Jackson for over 281.5 passing and rushing yards. Lamar hit. That hit.
Yeah.
He hit that. Travis Kelce was the first touchdown of the fucking game.
Yeah. Did Pacheco not get 2? Or you only got 1?
Got 1.
Oh, God,
I'm watching for 2 quarters. Like, everything else hit, and I'm watching after halftime. Sitting there.
That's like, not a terrible bet. Pacheco for 2 is not terrible.
No. Fucking nothing. Goddamn fucking nothing.
We haven't been great this week. We need to roll ourselves
I'm 0-7.
I got 1 week.
He has 1. I feel like bagel. Nothing.
All right. What is yours this week?
All right. So
what
this week,
sport are you going with?
This week we have what I'm calling the most fucked parlay I could put together.
How many
legs? For this? It's 3. It's 3 legs.
3 legs. But you went absurd with it.
We're spanning 3 different sports. Okay. Not even 3 different leagues. 3 different sports.
I love shit like this already. I'm in.
So,
let's hear it.
All of my events take place on Saturday. Which, if you're listening to this, that's Saturday the 3rd. So, if you're watching this live, or if you see this post happen Saturday
1 month into
3rd,
2024.
Saturday, February the 3rd. I have at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Brighton versus Crystal Palace.
Who'd you take?
I took Crystal Palace.
I took Brighton in my parlay, but we'll get to my parlay shortly.
I took Crystal
And you know
Palace.
what? I fought back and forth on that because Crystal Palace has some new signings with transfer deadline day. Crystal Palace could pull it off. That was a very hard game for me. I would not be surprised if it's a draw, but I took the Brighton side of that. So that's.
I just thought the name sounded cool.
Crystal Palace is a great name, like for a club.
Okay, so you can help me figure this out. Why are they called Crystal Palace?
They're a team out of London. Like if you look, I mean, there are so many teams just in London alone. Let's find out right now together.
So and how many stadiums are in London, or do several of them play at the same stadium?
Oh no, they don't play at the same stadium. It's named after the Crystal Palace Exhibition Building, which stood in the area from 1854.
So they were
How many football clubs are in London?
So they were like the exhibition team.
There are 14 teams in London spread among the top 4 divisions. So just in London, there's 14 football clubs.
So I have Crystal Palace beating Brighton Saturday at
Crystal Palace
10 a.m.
over Brighton. Beautiful.
I have. So we've also Saturday got the 2024.
That's why I love soccer too. Is I can wake up and immediately have just soccer on TV or a sport. I'm not waiting all day for my sport to begin. I start with it.
I need to gamble at early morning time.
It's not about gambling. It's about just a morning show.
So after we gamble on that game at 10 a.m.
Yeah, whatever.
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we have the 2024 NHL All-Star Game Tournament.
You can bet on the All-Star Game?
In FanDuel. You can
you're on FanDuel?
You can bet on the NHL All-Star Tournament. You are
sponsored by FanDuel. I am sponsored by Bet365.
I am betting that Team McDavid, Connor McDavid, that his team wins the whole tournament.
Are they doing it like that now? Oh, so they're doing a tournament too?
Yeah, so apparently the All-Star series, it's the All-Star game, but it's like a tournament of games. Like, they fucked up all this, like, postseason.
They keep changing it every year. I mean, like, NHL usually is the best of because of their skills competition.
The Pro Bowl's fucked. The Pro Bowl is just Harlem Globetrotters now.
Yeah,
it's literally like throw balls through a hoop.
So who is your third leg?
So we've got Crystal
Brighton.
Palace beating Brighton.
We've got Team
McDavid winning the NHL All-Star Game Tournament. And then in Saturday night, we've got several MMA fights. I have in the Randy Brown versus Muslim Salikhov. I have Muslim Salikhov beating Randy Brown.
Do you go, is that KO, submission, or decision?
That's just money line.
Money line? Okay. Mine is a 5-leg parlay this week. But it's all Premier League. It's all English Premier League. So, back to Mike's game of Crystal Palace Brighton. I took Brighton.
Brighton.
For Tottenham and Everton, I took Tottenham.
Tottenham. Brighton and Tottenham.
Newcastle against Luton. I took Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest. It's funny, one of the guys on my team always calls them Robin Hood's team. Nottingham Forest. The Sheriff of Nottingham. Anyway, I took Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
And finally, fuck you, Manchester United. I took West Ham United.
West Ham.
Manchester United.
So
West Ham over Man U.
Brighton.
Tottenham. Nope. Yep. Wait. Tottenham, Brighton, Newcastle, Bournemouth, West Ham.
Bournemouth and West Ham. Bournemouth. Ham.
Bournemouth ham?
Ham.
Oh, I still got some... Oh, I can't wait to get that pork. It's like
he's got pork
in here. Slow.
I've got ham.
Bob and United. Sorry. Anyway,
is this like soccer beef?
Bob is a Manchester United fan. I am a Liverpool fan, and they are bitter rivals. I mean, we have other rivals.
Soccer beef is so much deeper than any other beef.
Their beef goes back to literally like the city taking the shipping port and the docks from like jobs from workers, like those cities hate each other for like all of a sudden we're now taking the shipment, and like yeah, they have a beef that goes back to the laborers and shit like that. Like it's crazy.
So glory, glory, Man United.
No, you'll never walk alone, Liverpool, baby.
What does that mean?
You'll never walk alone. YNWA. You'll never walk. It's on the back of that.
So like, I grew up.
I don't care.
Playing metal and hardcore and like, so I came from like playing in metal bands where like it's all about like, you're persevering, you're a tough guy, you have fought against the world, we're beating you down, but we're gonna fight back. So hearing things like you'll never walk alone, like that sounds like old school. Like when you hear dudes that used to listen to hardcore music, you'll hear the term, even if it's a 55-year-old man, it's hardcore kid. That's what they call themselves. Like what that phrase is, the "we'll never walk alone," like that's a hardcore kid phrase.
Oh, sorry. I need to turn the volume down. I was going to pull something up for you.
John Mellencamp?
No, it was an advertisement.
What's happening?
Before every Liverpool match, the entire crowd sings "You'll Never Walk Alone" from Gary and the Pacemaker.
Gary and the Pacemaker?
Yep, Gary and the Pacemakers. They look like fucking hooligans. It's a great message.
People on the internet, that's a great message. Whether you
Walk
listen
on
to
with hope in your heart,
whether you follow with Liverpool, or Man U, or Man. Wait, there's Man U and there's
fuck Man City. They're blood money. Manchester City is blood money.
What's the one that's
Arab blood money?
What does Tony Khan own?
Fuck you. Tony Khan owns Fulham.
Fulham or
who Liverpool just whipped the other day.
Man U, Fulham, Tottenham. Brighton.
Don't say ham.
Brighton.
Tottenham.
West Ham. Brighton.
You can say ham for West Ham.
Whether you follow any of those teams, whether you follow Brendon at that dude named Brendon, whether you follow me at that dude named Mike, follow both of us at gettingwork.com. He's going to go game. Follow him on Twitch at that dude named Brendon. Don't follow me on Twitch because I don't like you and I don't want to fucking play video games for people. I'll play video games for myself. I'm going to go play RoboCop. That's been the game I've been obsessed with is RoboCop Rogue City. It's fucking fantastic. It's like a detective game, but it's also a shooting game. And then you have to go solve a fucking mystery and you're a fucking robot. The game's fantastic. People on the internet, go watch Brendon on Twitch. Next week, he's going to drink something fucked up. He's Brendon.
Not.
I'm Mike. This has been Thirsty Thursday on gettingwork.com. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube. Follow on YouTube. That's a big thing. The chat's been fucking awesome. Let's get that chat pumped up. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Like the videos. Hit like. Hit subscribe. Hit all the shit.
We're like those people. Oh, God.
You have to. Because we want to grow. And we want to hang out with y'all. And the only way we hang out with y'all is if y'all tell your friends and we get bigger and we have a bigger party and we have more fun and we get drunker, we have other stupid shit. I'm going to hit the stop button on the stream. People of the internet.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Cheers.